Learning more about the young firefighter killed on the job near Sealy Lake yesterday.
19-year-old Trenton Johnson leaves behind a family and friends in Missoula at Montana State University, where he was studying civil engineering. NBC Montana's Montana McLaughlin just returned from a news conference where we learned what happened. Montana?
Laurel and Tamara, the Missoula community is grieving tonight, and so are the men and women who fought alongside him today, holding back tears.
Dozens of fire protective clothing hang on the wall at Missoula County's Grayback Forestry Division. Each morning, crew members hop into this gear before heading out to their day's assignment. But today,
excellent young man, excellent moral character.
one less firefighter would join them.
We just ask that you keep the family and in your prayers, and the fellow workers and all the firefighters that are out there right now on the line.
Grayback Forestry President Mike Wheelock immediately flew in from headquarters in Oregon when he heard the news.
As the crew was getting lined out, a top broke out of a tree towards a group of 4 individuals, and Trenton M. Johnson was struck by a tree.
It was Johnson's second tour with the Grayback team. He spent 2 weeks this year fighting Utah's Bryan Head Fire. Then just yesterday, he headed out to the Florence Fire north of Sealy Lake.
As fast as a lightning bolt, and they just heard a crack, and that was it.
Wheelock says Johnson and his 4-man team were taking over for another crew and had just finished reviewing safety guidelines.
3 of them were able to get out of the way, and Trenton did not.
Crews immediately took Johnson to St. Patrick Hospital in Missoula via helicopter.
At the time he was in the helicopter, he was still alive.
We had great high hopes for him. He was already showing signs just after a couple weeks that he was going to be an excellent firefighter.
The tight-knit team is left, coping with the raw emotion of a fallen hero.
I know they're just all devastated by this.
We're really going to miss him.
Fire officials say all Grayback crews have been taken off firefighter duties for right now, and they don't know when they'll return. Officials say that OSHA and the U.S. Forest Service will investigate, which can take up to a year. They say typically protocols do change for firefighters after a death like this. Reporting live in Missoula, Montana McLaughlin, NBC Montana.
Trenton Johnson's roots run deep in Montana. He lived in Bonner, played lacrosse, ran cross country, and graduated from Hellgate High School. He was a sophomore at Montana State University. Johnson's friends tonight remember him as kind, brave, and exceptionally loving. A celebration of life is planned for him this coming Saturday at 1 p.m. at Missoula Alliance Church. Our thoughts are with his family and his loved ones.